Okay, on this problem, it says a retail chain will buy 900 cordless phones if the price is $40 and 500 if the price is $60. Since it's the retail chain, they're providing to the people, so that's the demand function. And they gave me 2 ordered pairs. 900 cordless phones at a price of $40 each. So remember, your X's are the number of phones and your Y's is the price. And then it goes on to talk about the wholesaler, which I'll deal with in a second. And it says, assuming that the supply and demand functions are linear, find the market equilibrium point and explain what it means. I need some linear functions. They are not giving me linear functions at all. All they're giving me is a couple of ordered pairs. But from chapter 1, I know how to do that. I can start by calculating the slope, and remember that that is y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So that would be the 60 minus the 40 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And then when I divide or subtract, 60 minus 40 is 20, and 500 minus 900 is negative 400. And when you divide that, you get a negative 0.05. Now that is my slope. From this point, you're going to go to the y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1, that point slope form. And you're going to take the slope and put it here, and then pick one of these 2 points. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to go with the bottom one. So this is going to become y minus a negative, y minus y sub 1. Y minus the 60 equals, here's where m goes, negative 0.05 times x minus 500. And then I'm going to solve it for y. So I'm going to distribute. And it's a negative times a negative. That's going to make it a positive, and this ends up being 25. And then I would add the 60. So when I add 60, it'll cancel out on the left, and 25 will get 60 bigger and become an 85. Okay, that's the first piece. Now a different color. Then it goes on to say a wholesaler will supply 150 phones at $50 each, and this many at $70 each. So I need to scroll down. Okay, well, let me jot those down while I can see them. So the blue one, my 2 ordered pairs in blue, and blue will be my supply information, and that is $11.50 at $50 a piece and $16.50 at $70 a piece. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same thing with these 2. Start with finding the slope. And so the slope will be the 70 minus 50 over 1650 minus 1150, and that's going to be 20 over 500, and that ends up being 0.04. So back to the y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1, and I'm going to stick the slope in here where slope is, and then pick a point. I'll just go with the bottom one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with the top one. Sorry. Smaller numbers. So put the y coordinate there, x coordinate there. Okay, and then I'm going to distribute. So 0.04x minus 46. And then I would add, you would add over the 50. And so you get 0.04x plus 4. Okay, so I have 2 equations at this point. I have my demand function, which is right here, and I have my supply function, which is right there. And market equilibrium happens when supply equals demand. So I'm going to take those two equations and set them equal to each other. So the red one, I'm going to have the negative 0.05x plus 85, and that is going to equal the blue one, which is 0.04x plus 4. And then I'm going to solve it. I like my x's to be positive, so I would add 0.05x to both sides. Cancels out here. I'm going to get x's on the right, so I don't want this 4, so I'll subtract 4 on both sides. And I get 81 is equal to 0.09x. And when you divide 81 by 0.09, you actually get 900. Now remember x, this was, if you go back up and look at my ordered pairs, I wrote it up here. My x coordinates are my number of phones. My y coordinates are the price. And my math lab wants to know how many phones and what the price would be. So once I get x is equal to 900, you just, to find y, either pick that red function or the blue one. It doesn't matter. Blue one has nothing but positives. Oops, what's that? So I'm going to go with the blue one, which says y equals 0.04 times the 900 that I just got. And when I plug and chug that in my calculator, I get 40, and that's my dollar amount. So if I jump back to my math lab, I already typed in the answers and I got it right. It says market equilibrium. Market equilibrium occurs when the number of units is 900 and the price is 40. And then it says, what is the correct interpretation of the above answer? So there you go. C. When the price is $40, the number of cordless phones demanded equals the number of cordless phones supplied. That is market equilibrium, which would equal the 900. Final check. Another positive affirmation. Woo, and I'm done. I hope that that made sense to you. Sorry, my handwriting's a little sloppy today. Anyway, there you go.